Sorry, folks. I'm trying to get this right here.
Dave's wrestling with a microphone.
It's like wrestling with a gator. Welcome, everybody. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3:18. We're doing an early show tonight.
Recorded.
Because
Live.
Yeah, we're live. Are we live? Oh, wait a minute.
We are.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live. Oh, did you share it? Let's share it, man. I want to share it.
I wanted to confirm we were live.
Man.
I just forgot.
I'm sharing. I'm sharing right now. I like to share some things.
It's nice to share.
Yeah. What are we talking about tonight? Enterprise?
We are.
Great
USS.
Car, great car company.
Kirk. The Kirkmobile.
I don't even have it on here live. Oh, maybe it's right there.
I don't either.
Share. Okay. You know, I don't think this is acting right. Just hang on, folks. Share.
Are we live?
Write a post. I'm sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're live, man. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I just shared it. All right, what's going on? Hello, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Oh, man. Is the air off? Because I got this jacket on. I'm sweating.
Otherwise it's really loud. So.
I'd rather have it loud than hot. Oh,
Want me to turn the air
on? Is it that loud? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've done a show.
It is to where you're like it's loud.
I'm going to sweat.
All right, how about I do this? I'll go turn it on. You listen, and if it annoys you, then I'll just turn it off.
Okay. That sounds fun.
I'll go for that.
I'm not opposed to it.
For that.
Not stopping him.
And there goes Nick. Oh, man. We're not even on the right thing. There we go. Now people can see me. Very important person here.
Yes.
They need to see me.
Of course.
Okay, so we're going to talk Enterprise tonight, right?
Consult Enterprise.
Consult Enterprise, which I'm really, really excited about. Oh, much better. That's okay. Yeah, it's not that loud. I'd rather have it cool in here. It's hot. I'm the moron that wears a sports coat.
In the heat.
Yeah, in the heat. All right.
Inside.
So I haven't been on in a while. You guys have been doing your show.
Welcome back.
This show is lighter side of legal, right? Consult. So I guess we need to start like doing these. You guys have been doing what's best?
What really matters.
What really matters?
If anyone cares, that's
Dave's our biggest fan.
Yeah. I watch every night. It's every night, right?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Every night at 7.
Yeah.
I watch you guys right after Andy.
It's more of like a soap opera.
Right after Andy Griffin. You guys come right on.
I love Andy.
So we're going to talk a little bit about Consult Enterprise. We're very excited about it. It's a whole new money stream for Consult. Actually, we're really doing well with it.
We're going to talk a lot about it.
Yeah, we're going to. I guess the whole show is going to be on Consult Enterprise.
It is.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the Starship.
Okay. Do we have like show hours and like days that we do this show?
Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday, Friday.
Wednesday, Friday.
Although last week we had an engagement
7 to
outside of the office on Friday,
Oh, we did.
Yes.
Top Golf.
and then he was out of town.
Correct.
Oh, he was out of town. Yeah.
He was out of town Monday before that.
He's always out of town.
And then Mondays we do the other podcast.
What matters most?
Whatever that show's called.
What matters most?
Exactly.
What really matters.
Or
I
what
do.
really matters? It's the same thing. I mean, really.
It's actually called If Anyone Cares.
Yeah. Does it really matter what we call the show?
Hey,
anyone gives a damn.
it's really
with
called
Chris
Hey, are you
Fry.
out there?
Yeah. It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
That's what's fun.
Hey, this is an afternoon show. You need to watch
Oh,
out.
that's right.
This is a
the
school show.
Yeah, the kids are watching.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like one person watching, and it's me. So, hey, can we go crazy on this show?
We can.
Remember how we used to do it, Nick?
Oh man, no.
We can't. We're not allowed to do that.
Ugh.
Man, tell me.
Wouldn't it be a great time to like?
Listen, we had some good times on our show. I'm telling you that right now. So,
Someone
are they still getting a podcast? Are we still doing a podcast and stuff? Because I don't even remember. It's been so long. I've been busy.
This
so
is the podcast.
This is the podcast.
Yes.
I know, but is it actually going up on Apple and all that? I guess it is, right? Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, lighter side of legal.
Unless you pull
goes
the
up
plug on that board.
it's you can catch us at Apple and Spotify and
Google Play.
and
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube, all the other
LinkedIn.
places. LinkedIn, yeah. We're live in a bunch of places, and then you can get our podcast if you're, were unable to
If you care.
see the live show.
If you got nothing
if you
else
care.
to do.
But we are going to talk about something serious today.
Yes.
It's the Consult Enterprise. I kind of wanted to go on. That's the reason I kind of wanted to do the show, because I'm very excited about it, as everybody is. It's kind of like gave us what's that shot that you get? Shot in your chest when you overdose?
Oh,
I don't
Adrenaline?
remember it.
it's adrenaline in your chest.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, but what's it called when you you pass out or something? Narco or what?
No, Narcan is what they
Narcan.
give you it's a breath.
Okay. It's given us a Narcan boost.
Yes.
The Enterprise part of our development here. So we're very excited about it.
And let's explain what enterprise is.
Okay, go ahead.
It is
You're it.
complete all the features of Consult with ownership privileges.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
take the app. So look, we
We
have
basically build an app designed and for the firms.
right. What we've realized is a lot of these big PI firms, and we're not going to name names, but we've sold one. We've got another appointment next week, and we've got another appointment a week after that in Jacksonville. So some of these large personal injury firms kind of caught on and said, wait a minute, this is a fantastic app. I want this app for myself. So I want to put my face on it. I want to brand it in my name. I want to be on the Apple Store. I want a golden goose, one of those kind of things.
Right.
What did we say would happen?
We said it right off the people that these attorneys are going to see this app and they're going to want it themselves. So,
Okay.
so fine. We'll charge some money. We'll duplicate the app. We'll put it in your name, and now you have a awesome communication device that works with all your clients. You can invite all your clients in, especially for the COVID. To their defense, they really. You don't see a lot of mobile apps for attorneys. It's because for
No.
years they really didn't know how to utilize it, right? I
Right,
mean,
right.
it is what it is. They didn't know what to do with it, and they're not going to go out and spend $1 million like we did to build an app.
We actually know
I'm not-
somebody that spent that and failed because it didn't
Yes.
work out the way that he wanted it to work out.
Yeah. So you're spending all that money on an app, and
trying to
and you
develop-
don't even know what to do with it. So now they've seen the Consult app, and they're like, "Wait a minute here, this is cool." So we came up with an enterprise version of it. We're not going to charge $1 million. We're going to actually duplicate it, brand it in your name. Everything's going to go up on the Apple Store, Android. You'll have a iPad. You'll have the cross-platform, the website. You'll have everything, but it'll be in your firm's name, and you'll have complete control over the app. We will manage it for you, so we'll actually manage it and make sure all the security measures are there, make sure everything that you need. If something happens, a data failure, whatever it may be, we got your back end. Oh man, that didn't sound too good. But we got your back, and we manage it and make sure everything's done correctly. And for a small fee, we do that every month, and it's taken off. So we've already sold a big one. I'm not going to name names, but it's not Morgan & Morgan. So, but it's somebody that's big here in Central Florida, and we have a couple other big ones coming up, a couple other appointments. So we're pretty excited about it. So
We are filling the pipeline.
yeah, so it's a great stream for us. We have started subscription sales, and we're trying to kind of get that where it needs to be. But in the meantime, company's generating money. We're doing really well with the enterprise version of it, and we're going to roll with it. And it would be nice, nationwide. There's some attorney. In fact, I was looking at some of the larger firms up in New York. I was reaching out up there, and they're really, some of those bigger cities like Chicago, New York, L.A., they're pretty much shut down.
Yep.
I mean, they have disclaimers all over their website said, hey, listen, we love our clients, but, we love our employees too. And we're really, frightened about what could happen if we start setting appointments and you come in. And the
It
Consult
could take
app,
down a firm.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this Consult app kind of solves that problem. They can still have that face-to-face communication that that they demand, really,
Secure.
secure,
Face to
yeah.
face.
In app. I mean, you can use Zoom if you want to. You can go ahead and use what's the other one, Windows Places or whatever it is. I don't pay attention to them.
There's
Google.
Google Hangout.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, Google Hangouts. You can go ahead and use those if you want. But I'm telling you right now, this is the end all be all. I mean, this is the real deal. So
So it's got
we're
a
very excited about
complete interactive case management suite as well.
it. Yes, and what's really cool about that is we just got approved by Clio this last week
It's business partners.
as business partners to integrate with Clio to where all of our notes and documents and everything like that will be just, you can actually just press a button and everything goes into Clio, or everything comes out of Clio. So it's just as easy as that. So Clio's huge, 150,000 firms that
Right.
that they deal with.
But you don't have Clio on your phone with you in your pocket.
Right. Oh, that's right. Well, they don't even have, I don't even think they have a, well, they don't have a video app. I know this, and they don't have some other things that we offer. And it's a great, it's a great partnership. So we're very
the
excited about that.
combination's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the complete package.
Right. So it's a great partnership. So we're very, very excited about that. So just every day, something big happens here. Things are going smoothly, but we wanted to come on and do an enterprise show, just kind of explain some of the features. I mean, really,
Yes.
they're all the features of Consult, but it's the firm's own site, or their own
App.
cross-platform.
And they'll have it owned on Apple. It'll be theirs on the Apple Store.
Absolutely,
Right.
yeah. Everything. I mean, like they'll actually have their own icon on Apple, on Android, the iPad. They'll have their own icon.
Hashtagging.
whatever they want to do, it's theirs. So, and they really like that. They like that a lot. They want to bring in all their clients, and because this is the way of future. Look, I know we keep going back to COVID. I'm sick of saying it. But, it really has caused a stir, and these law firms do not know what to do. I mean, and so we have Consult Legal. We're coming out next month with Consult Medical. So we got that working. We're working with that. So we're going to, a lot of doctors actually have.
They're very limited on the medical apps.
They
that
really
out
are,
there
man.
now.
There's some medical apps out there, but what's happening is these doctors are using these medical apps as a subscription, and they're limiting them to how many consultations or patients they can do weekly. And it's really hurting some of these doctors because they don't want any patients in. If they can do all of their of their examinations and all of their consultations over a phone, over a video, that's what they want.
Right.
So they're being limited by the others. And so we're going to come right behind everybody, just be better than everyone, and not give any kind of limitations whatsoever to these doctors.
Well, our functionality is different from what they use as well. It's better.
Oh my God, it's so easy, man.
And the video's better because you guys
HD.
have both
yeah.
used the Doctors on Demand or whatever
Yes.
you're using.
Yep.
And
what I
ours is
use-
just better.
Medicine on call, or telemedicine on call,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
it was.
Telemedicine or something.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. But it's
WebMD. No, that's not even it.
but it's just, they're limited. Everybody's limited. I think if you come out with a better product, and you can offer this product to the doctor and say, hey, look, for a price, we will duplicate this app, and you'll have your own app, so you don't have to worry about how many patients you want to
exactly.
talk to today. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. We'll manage it. We'll make sure everything's running smoothly for you. We'll train you. Same with the legal. We'll
And
train you
brand
how to use
and
it.
You can brand it.
You can brand it with your with your doctor. That's, and the good thing about that, I mean, we've already talked to doctors. They're already like, they're sweating to get to this. So we don't have it out yet. It's baby steps. We got to take our time to do it. But it's just weird how things kind of stick and move and sway. I mean, we knew we had a great product. We just knew it. And obviously it's greater than we thought it was going to be, because these doctors and these attorneys are just absolutely loving it. So.
Among other people that are showing interest too.
Yes. Yeah. We were actually at another attorney's office. We were down on Winter Park meeting with our business attorney, and we told him about the court version. We want to come out with a court version of the app, and his eyes got huge. He was like, no, that's serious. So we have all kinds of things that we have planned.
There's a lot of issues going around with what they're using in the courts right now.
It's not gonna go away.
We still read stories
No, it's
every
not.
single day.
Yeah, it's not going to go away. It is going to be never ending, and I don't care if it goes away in December or February, whenever they predict that everybody's going to have a vaccine. But
November.
Don't you think for a minute that these attorneys and these, when did you say
November.
What'd you say? Yeah. Don't you think that it's not going to be in the back of their mind if something like this happens again? I mean,
Well, it's already, the ABA is talking about how it, regardless of what happens from this point forward, it's already changed the way they do business.
right.
And a lot of them like it that way. It's so much more convenient to be able to speak to someone on your phone, video. You still get the face-to-face contact, and you don't have to worry about setting appointments and rushing back from court. Clients, if they get stuck in traffic or what have
Right.
you. And like the doctors, I had a doctor's appointment last week. There were, like 40 people stacked in the waiting room for like 2.5 hours to
Yeah.
get to them, and they were walking out.
Yeah, that's not safe at all. So, So we have
inefficient.
It is inefficient. I was talking to somebody today about, what a great product this is. And a lot of things are shifting, even the workplace. A lot of bigger firms and bigger corporations are letting their, employees are going to continue to let their employees work from home. So a lot of things have shifted in this country, I think worldwide, really. And it's an exciting time. As much as it's a stressful time, it's exciting. It's going to change a lot of things,
Read an article today, and they say that, in the last 15 to 20 years, there's been a lot of changes in the legal industry in terms of like technology. That's been the huge, cloud-based software and stuff like that, document storage. But the next biggest was the recession.
Yes.
When that hit, and that forced attorneys to do some alternative practices. However, there wasn't as big of a push towards the industry changing as they feel this COVID situation and how it's affected people. And they say, for the next couple of years, they have no idea what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
And so.
Didn't you get something today, emailed to you or something? You read something about, was it yesterday you guys showed me? I'm not in this office over here too much.
Which one?
It was you got a piece of paper and you were printing it and you showed me, you said something, I forget what it was. I put you on the spot, but you had mentioned it before I left last night.
I think with regard to the ABA had come out with some concerns, and they were talking about right now the two primary concerns with attorneys, both in protecting their practices and
this was it,
working in the client's best interest, were lawyers not being able to meet face-to-face with clients. That was A, which Consult directly deals with. That's
right.
that's our hallmark is the video consultation. HD, secure. The second was lawyers and clients not being able to access files and documents for consultations.
That's
with
us too.
ours,
Yeah.
you can access them during the video call. Attorneys can open a quick tool, pop up documents, look at things, review them with the clients. So you have everything that you would have inside of a law office, where you don't have to conduct a physical examination like a doctor.
When he said he did this, when he did that, did you see that? You don't have to conduct a physical examination. He had like two fingers. What is that? What did that mean?
I don't have my glove.
Bend over. Proctologist, bend over.
Yeah, it's
Ben's a good guy.
He's a good. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
So, accessing documents and accessing attorneys.
Right.
And with most legal consultations, or many, I'll say many, not most, you may not need the documentation as much as discussing legal issues with the client. And when you have someone on a telephone, I mean, look at the issues they're having just with the Zoom stuff where people are not paying attention and they're on treadmills and things like that.
In bed.
In bed. I mean, with Consult, you can be in bed and have a video consultation.
That's how I prefer to do them, to be honest with you.
Well,
It depends on who you're consulting.
It depends on who I'm in bed with.
I mean, if you're a lawyer, presume you're in court.
Did he just
and
get
you're an attorney.
embarrassed? He turned red.
I think he did. I
No.
think he did. He's a little flushed.
He's like,
Yeah.
Don't say flushed. I'll have to run to the men's room.
He's a little flush.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's,
So we
Back to, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Leave it to Dave to screw things up.
That's all
are
right.
we done with the back end stuff?
Yeah.
Everything
For now.
seems to be what are the Freud's?
Well, everything goes back to the back end. If you want to think about it, everything
Yeah.
in my life
Eventually-
revolves around a back end.
It does.
I'm just going to be honest. So.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That
Little
development
punchy
room.
coming back.
yeah. I'm sorry. This is one reason. So you people haven't seen me on this doing this show.
We haven't
It's
been
because
handcuffs in a closet.
Yeah, I've been banned from doing the show. So it is what
We
it is.
give him some water thrown. Some
We're his
Yeah.
behavior governors.
Yeah, I've been banned.
No, Consult addresses those issues in this time, and we've spoken to this at great length, not just now, but all the time. It's an efficiency tool.
Right.
Times are changing where it's been proven that you don't have to be in that office to get something done.
Right.
Parents are running around. You have more single parents. Whether they're male or female attorneys. This is going to free them up to do what they want to do. This is just how business is moving.
Right.
It's how it's moving.
And they're-
Everything's
they're-
going, to
the
where you're working from
projections
home.
right now they're projecting approximately 63%, they believe, of businesses going to remain remotely conducted.
Interesting.
After even after the COVID situation's over. I mean, so you're talking about a solid majority
Sure.
being
Well, more than
projected to
half.
work remotely.
Yeah.
It's more convenient. There's no travel time. You don't have to worry about tolls and running back and forth or getting hung up at a red light to meet meetings. You can actually pull your car over and do a consultation from your car.
Right.
I mean, not while you're driving, but coming out of the courthouse, if you're running late, things happen, emergency cases judges have to deal with, and you get stuck there, and you have appointments set at the office, and if you're not there, that client's going to go,
Right.
and they're going to call somebody else.
Right. I mean, I'll be honest. I was really shocked at how many people were really scared of this COVID and still are.
Oh,
I mean, it's a scary time, and there's people that are really, really still scared to death to go out or go to an attorney's office or go to even to a doctor's office. I mean, it
Or
is
go to the store.
yeah, or even just get out.
well,
you see it
mentioned-
all day, every day.
Yeah, the doctor's office and courts are the same way, even where they're trickling into the courthouses. A lot of people are staying out until they call their name.
Right.
and that's what's happening because they don't want to be at. I told you about the doctor's appointment. That was 40 people inside the office. There were probably another 10 or 20 outside who didn't want to come in because they don't want to risk anything, particularly the elderly.
Right.
And Florida has the highest elderly population per capita
Right.
in the United States.
My sister said that Brookdale, the whole upstairs. That's where they're quarantining people. COVID outbreak there. So, yeah, it is bad for elderly people. I've had it. It was a bad flu. It's funny. Every day goes by, I've met more and more people that had it. Some have had no symptoms and just had a little
yeah,
cold, and other
exactly.
people had the flu or whatever, but they, tested positive and they, had to
But
quarantine
they
for a
can
couple
still
weeks.
convey it to other people without knowing it.
Right.
I just had my daughters, finally they got to walk for their diplomas, even though they graduated in May. They had their ceremony this past weekend, in July. And they did it out on a football field with all of the chairs spaced 6 feet apart, out in the Florida heat and the sun.
Yeah.
But
It's like getting married. And someone. When you get married? Oh, we're gonna have an outside wedding
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Lido Beach.
That- you know what?
It's gonna be on the beach. It's gonna be 120 degrees.
You say you're going to have an outside
Yeah.
wedding, and if
Yeah.
it's not in March,
Yeah.
or if it's not between like November and March,
Yeah.
I'll send
What are
you
an
a
idiot?
card.
Yeah, I'm not going. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that one, but obviously I'm not.
Negative.
Yeah.
That's
Those glasses are really groovy.
I know.
I like them.
Peace.
which ones?
Those
Who loves you,
grooving.
baby?
He's grooving.
kind of reminds me of the Partridge Family.
Hey, can I move into your office, Dad?
Yeah.
You should see
Oh,
his
Greg.
bus,
Yeah.
the multicolored bus.
So elderly people, it's bad, and when is it going to end? I mean, there's a lot of elderly people that have attorneys, I mean,
Well, look at what we've seen just in our own little personal lives. We didn't know anybody. It was kind of like 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were all like, "Does anybody know anybody that has it?" I did have a relative, not in state, but nobody around here we knew. Right now, you
Right.
walk around and everybody knows somebody.
oh yeah.
Yes.
That is contact.
Yeah.
And so it's been
And Florida is second in the nation right now in spiking cases.
allegedly.
When you say spiking, what does that mean?
Well, the reported cases, like by a large margin, like a couple 100,000 people or reported cases.
Wow.
I don't know if it's because in Florida people are out more, but it is summertime, so I imagine everywhere they're out. But I think California was first, Florida was second, Texas was third, and then I believe New York. So, now how they're spread, geographically throughout Florida, I'm not sure. But
Well, it's because all the New Yorkers came down here. They're
a
like,
lot
"Hey,
in
man, I'm
South
not getting
Florida.
COVID. I'm going to Florida," and they already had it.
A lot in South Florida.
Yeah, well,
Miami
that's where all the
is
yeah,
an
Miami,
epicenter right now.
Yeah, epicenter of New York City,
Fort
that's-
Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's where.
Well, they're right on top of one another. Things are a lot closer
Yeah.
in those metropolitan areas. and it's been crazy. And remember the hey, it's not going to happen in summertime and it won't live in the heat. Well,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not the one.
wrong.
It goes to show you what they don't know,
Right.
or how they've changed that
Exactly.
narrative, right?
I don't.
Well, they're just learning because nobody knows anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think they should have just gave it to everybody. Just get it over with. Come get your COVID shot. I would have went. I can't live like this. I'll be honest. When this started, if they would have said, "Hey, come get a COVID shot," and once you get the COVID shot, you have to quarantine for a couple, and you might get really sick. You might not be sick.
Yeah.
I would have said, "Give me the COVID
Let's
shot."
do it.
If as long as I'm allowed to go out without a mask and go out and hang out with other people, you can give me a card or something I can wear on my neck that says, "Hey, man, you're COVID free."
Right.
I would have done it all day long.
Well, it's like Nick and I were talking the other day, and we were saying back when it started, when they first started the quarantining, they were projecting, 90 to 100 days?
Yeah.
Now we're past the initial projection, and it's just starting to pick up. So, well, not starting, but it's now picking up.
Yeah. Well, more and more people are getting tested. I think that has a lot.
Consistently.
I think it has
Yes,
a lot
it
to do
does.
with it as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, and then we said outside of like AIDS and a war, there probably hasn't been another narrative that has
No,
been
man.
so.
No.
I mean,
I don't
like,
even think AIDS. I don't even think
commanded
AIDS.
everybody's attention every day. It's consumed, right?
Yeah.
And when we speak to this, especially
We're in an election year. What have you heard about the election?
Right.
Like close to nothing
I heard Biden's going to win.
yeah.
The problem is he's going to forget he won.
if he comes out of the cellar.
Yeah. Did I win?
Why do I hear Jim's voice from Taxi?
Right. No, it's been crazy. I don't even think AIDS. I mean, I know AIDS was a big deal, but I don't think AIDS had the effect that COVID
Well,
had.
it didn't.
They didn't shut down restaurants for AIDS,
Right,
you
and
know,
this is like
people didn't get bankrupt because of it.
Well, the hit is considerable, and the transmission is, I think, the big issue with the COVID. You can be around. Well, AIDS is similar in that you don't necessarily know who has it, but it can be readily avoided by avoiding certain activities. COVID, not so much.
Here we go back to the butt again.
Yep.
Yep, butt talk.
I didn't
More
say
butt talk.
butt.
It's one of those situations too where I think that they're learning things on the fly, and I know somebody that has been a donor recipient of an organ within the last year, and they're on a board at the hospital and how they're dealing with things, and they're saying that some people that have that have got COVID are getting it again a second time. They're saying that they may not, if you have it now, like one of the implications down the line is if you get it now and you go to be an organ donor, you may not be able to. They also
I don't
say
want
that
to. I don't
I never
donate my
even-
organs anyway.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just
I'm
saying,
not donating shit.
there's things that you
They're
don't
mine.
think about.
I'm
that
taking them
are-
with me.
Yeah, right.
Well, you need them.
I've destroyed all of them, and I'm taking them with me.
Just because you need them. I went to Korea and donated my kidney, man.
I lost 8 pounds.
Yeah.
It was just a thought.
Yeah. Well, look, you can't compare this to AIDS. AIDS is a death sentence. I mean, really. I mean, this isn't. I mean, unless you're elderly or sick or whatever, this isn't a death sentence. AIDS is. I mean, let's be. And even AIDS has a. I mean, there's been people now that have been cured from AIDS, but.
Yeah.
But this has. You can't even compare this to AIDS. AIDS is AIDS. This is not a death sentence. This is something that the media ran with, and they got great ratings from it. So congratulations to them. People did get sick. People did die. It's unfortunate. We got a hurricane that's coming. We got all kinds of storms that are coming off the African coast now. Those are going to be bad.
Jim Cantori's pissed that COVID's gotten this much attention.
Oh man, I mean,
Well, you got school starting in a few weeks, and the young ones are going to go to school, and now they're panicking because usually they're required to have their inoculations, and they don't know how that is going to counteract or interact with any kind of medications they take if they get COVID, or if one child gets COVID, you could wipe out an entire class in a day.
Well, look what we're seeing in Major League Baseball.
oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, this
What's his
is
name?
just-
Fauci, the one that can't
Fauci,
throw.
yes.
I told you. That's what he said. I told you.
Yeah, well,
Sounds
his
like the Wizard of
company's
Oz.
not
Yeah.
done developing the patent that he has on that
Right.
vaccine yet.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah. I can't stand that guy. Anyway,
He was involved in the AIDS world back in the day.
was he?
Yeah, in the research and all that stuff.
That's
So,
awesome.
Well, he's an epidemiologist, right?
yeah, a short one.
With a Wizard of Oz voice.
Isn't
Yeah.
it weird? You
Yeah.
know, I've never seen such a clash between science and government
He's the
before.
doctor of the Munchkin City.
Well, look at both ends. I mean, okay, so there's a there we go with the butt talk again.
Why does this seem to center about?
And I
that?
know it's an election year, right?
Yeah,
You know, and we
yeah,
know
I mean,
historically.
But I mean, what are governments, local and state governments, just going to shut businesses down and close them, and they go out of business? I mean,
yes,
I mean,
depends
they
on
did.
what party you talk
yeah,
to. Sure.
I mean,
But you'll get PPP money, so you're fine.
no, you won't. You won't get any. You won't get PPP money.
That was sarcasm.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, but you know you can't expect the government to bail out every single business in this country.
No.
There's just no way they could
There's
do
no
it.
way they can do it.
You know, to their defense, you know, but to shut people down like me and Nick, we go to a place all the time. I mean, we practically live in this place, and they're hurting. You know, breweries, Frizzle.
Man,
I mean,
all
there was
this-
just a story
how
that
they've
came out.
treated
Yeah.
the breweries
Yeah.
has been almost criminal.
Yeah.
You know, you could go to a restaurant, a bar restaurant, right? And you can order the beer that's made by that brewery and sit there, and you don't have to order food, right? But you can't go into that brewery and order it just because, you know, there's no option. So a lot of these breweries now are trying to create some sort of pseudo menu and change their licensing.
Yeah,
but there's got to be some like
mozzarella
common
sticks.
sense. Just
Come
like
on in.
common sense
Yeah.
things, you know, like or just
your
serve
cheese
crackers,
Hey,
right?
Fauci,
You can
grab a
chip-
stick.
and it's just there's been some things where like, you know, you're opening up some things, you're not
Right.
opening up other
Right.
things, and
It's asinine. That's mostly a local government thing too. I mean, really. I mean, it's gotten out of hand.
how are these businesses looking down the line? We talk about like law and how it's going to affect law. Look at these businesses that are going to go bankrupt from this and can't recover.
killing
How
law.
many private? Well, what's criminals? You know what? Down 60%,
Oh, yeah.
70%.
Well, they
almost?
haven't been making arrests.
Right. So you know,
Well,
that's
especially with Black Lives Matter and everything else, nobody was getting arrested anyway. I mean, what defund the police? That was like the big thing. Defund the police.
Yeah, I read something yesterday said, tell somebody who wants to defund the police, punch them in the face and see who they call.
Yeah, I mean that is
Yeah.
it's like the most asinine thing I've ever heard
that's
of in my
ridiculous.
entire life. Defund the police departments.
Well, those are anarchists.
Yeah, they're crazy people. You know, it's and I've been there. I mean, I've dealt with some crazy people recently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a shame that it's come to that. I mean, if you look at, you know, we've had over 60 straight days of protests and rioting and looting in Portland. You know, I mean, what's happening there is absolutely.
when do you put your foot down
Crazy.
and say, okay, enough's enough? You're gonna obey
Well,
the law.
They
or-
sent federal people in there, and guess what?
They're pulling them out.
The governor and the local, they're being fought, you know, by local administration.
Then, if that's local, you want your town to go to shit. Then, hey, that's on
Yeah.
you. If
Just
you don't want anybody
listen,
to visit,
pull
you want-
out, lock the door behind you,
Yeah,
and let
yeah.
you guys have the city.
I mean, we'll
and-
scrape your ass. We don't care. We'll rebuild one day. I mean, it's a beautiful city. It's in a beautiful area, but the land is more valuable than anything else there now. So we'll just scrape it
Yeah.
and we'll build another Portland. F you.
Yeah, and you got to stay in. You got to stay where you're at. You're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, throw a fence up.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the reason I
All
don't.
in the name of freedom.
You know, what's interesting too is, you know, we're wondering how, and we haven't seen the numbers yet, but what about suicide rates, or what has this caused people in terms of mental health issues?
Oh,
Oh,
and divorce
serious
and
mental health
everything,
problems.
man. I mean, you know,
Again, another thing is the interaction with these psychotropic meds. They
Oh, yeah.
have no idea how that's having an adverse effect.
Right.
You know, so it's
Well, not only that, but when you're told 60 days to 90 days, and now you're 30 days to 40 days to 50 days past that time, you know, where you've prepared yourself to handle that. Now you're past that. Now it's like, oh man, you got to kind of reshuffle
yeah, it's like
how you're. And we're fortunate, you know, we're in a zone and we're got our heads down and we're working on something. But can you imagine like being stuck in your place every day where like you don't have a job to go to? All you have is like social media and the
Oh,
media.
that's what kids do now anyway.
Well,
That's
right,
the reason all
right.
of them are getting sick.
Yeah.
They George Carlin said, "Hey, I never got sick because I swim in the East River. It's like swimming in a sewage fucking dump."
Yeah, right.
You know?
Eat dirt, and
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, he said I was never sick. I mean, I even beat polio by
Yeah.
swimming in the East River. Man, it's like swimming in a toilet.
Well, the
So-
part of the issue is that people are too clean in their houses.
Yeah.
They're giving them kids, they always have wipies and they're always wiping them. And you're not allowed to do this, and you're not allowed to. Don't go outside. Don't touch that. Don't. Dude.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Times have changed for sure. I remember being a kid and I'm seeing watching now, and it's like something's not right.
How
So-
often did your mother tell you to wash your hands when you were a kid?
Ew, it was
Like when you came in.
yeah, I
but
mean,
that was it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to eat like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with like
Yeah.
dirty hands.
Stay
you know?
outside and eat. That
I used
way.
to fish and like take the fish off the hook and then
Yeah.
grab a sandwich and eat it. I would
Yeah.
My
never
parents
wash my
didn't
hands.
believe in hygiene.
Well, I believe that. That's passed on from
Yeah.
generation to generation.
Greg. His last name's Fly, not Fry.
Yeah.
Big
Um,
man.
Mick,
But look, let's go back to Enterprise. We're excited about it. If you're an attorney, this is
Get your
this is
own
a game
app.
changer. It really is. It's a game changer. You'll be able to stay in touch with your clients. You'll be able to show them technology that they'll be able to use.
You're not going to miss a beat.
No, man. No, you're not. I mean, everything. Look, so I was talking to Jeff today. So Jeff came in and said, look, I had to literally run all the way across town to get some paperwork signed, and that I had to go and like scan and send. I'm thinking to myself, you could have just done that with the app, right? I
Right.
mean, if you had the app,
Yeah.
you just get them on the app. You're having a face-to-face. You don't have to drive across town. You send them the paperwork. They just e-sign it on the app. Boom, everything's done. Everybody's happy. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand.
well, we just opened up and we're already getting hit.
Yeah, we
So
really are.
I think,
So-
and the more people that see it,
and all these other attorneys that come out with these, oh yeah, contact us through our web
the-
app or whatever.
yeah,
Well, that's a
the
pig with
phone-
lipstick. That does not. It's not. It's
It's not an
garbage.
app.
It's not an app. You know.
In their defense, they're putting a Band-Aid on something.
Right.
know,
Just like
and-
Zoom did.
and-
they're
you know.
exactly they're
Yeah.
looking for a fix, and we have it.
Yeah.
We've just opened sales, and this app was actually the concept for it. It was basically created 5 years ago. It went into production a little over a year, and now we're out and on the market. And when people see it, because 2 or 3 of the firms that we're talking to saw a couple of the other firms who are involved with us now,
Right.
and said, "Whoa, what is that?
Yeah.
I want that."
Well, look, PI attorneys right now are making money. They'll always make money. Insurance companies stroke them checks all day long. What I've realized by doing this enterprise, you have to figure out the firms that are making money, and it's the larger firms. And we've been fortunate to reach out to larger firms and them reach out to us and say, hey, we want this app, and they don't have a problem paying the price tag for it because they know that at the end of the day, this app is going to be able to it's
Save
gonna
their
be-
business.
yeah, save their business, man. Isn't
gonna
that? I
save
mean,
them
lawyers are
millions.
business owners, man. I mean, it's going to be able to save their business.
Well, they're not going to have to compromise anything.
No.
And it's going to actually make it better and actually more efficient.
It's
Right.
an investment.
Yeah, it is.
Truly, in the truest sense of the word, it's an
It is.
investment.
That's
It's
exactly
an
what it
investment.
is.
It's not a fly by night.
No.
like
It-
you said, quick Band-Aid for
Right.
a actively bleeding open wound.
Right.
We're providing you with something that not only directly deal with the scenario that you've been given, but to solve future issues as well.
Yeah.
And this is where the
Right, and
industry
stay, and
goes.
stay current.
It's
Right, stay current
Exactly.
with
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, technology is jumping by leaps and bounds. And we go back to our first show that we started talking about Consult, and the biggest question we get is, you mean there's nothing else like this?
No.
Yeah.
And the answer is correct.
And then when we show the attorneys and we show them,
Yes.
they're like, "Holy crap,
When they
this
see
is
it, they're
awesome!"
like, this is
Yeah. So you're either going to pay now, you're going to pay us now the price that we're asking, which is extremely reasonable. To have this app done, it could cost you upwards of $1 million.
At least.
Um,
and
we're-
6 months to a year.
Yeah,
of
6 months to a
production.
year in
Yes.
production. So you're going to pay a fraction of that price and get it done in 30 days and have something
Correct.
that's viable immediately. or you're going to wait and realize that you need this 6 months from now, 7 months from now, and our development office and this company is going to be so busy, we're going to have to charge you that $1 million rate to
Yeah.
produce that app.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you this, you will have an app.
Yeah.
80% of all business transactions by 2025 are going to be
Remote.
done through a mobile app.
Yep.
Yes.
So you either make the move now and get it done and save yourself some money, and we supply everything. We do the
Well, you
training,
also
we
get
do
ahead
have the
of the
customer
curve,
support,
you know?
we do everything. You know,
Here's another thing too, and one of the things that we read that I read about this article that came out this morning. You know, there's
can
still
read?
a lot of firms. There's a lot of pictures. There's a lot of firms that are still not doing cloud-based storage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they're not backing
Yes.
up their files, and they're losing files, and that's, you know, the cost of that,
we
right?
call those dinosaurs.
Okay, the American Bar Association came out with a comment on point with that, and they were talking about now one of their one of the things that they're promoting with attorneys now is to go back to paper files in an e-file system, so you have a backup just in case. We've got unlimited cloud storage; everything's in there.
Yep.
And it's
You
backed
don't
up
lose
daily.
a thing.
And now with Clio, we don't have to use our stores. So if they, for example, if I sell this to a larger firm that's using Clio, Practice Panther,
Oh, they just merge
LawPay, or
together.
whatever, it merges together. They're not using our they're using another secured platform, which
And ours
is
is Clio compatible, right?
Absolutely,
I mean,
man.
everything
I
can be
mean,
transferred from
right.
one to the
It's
other.
basically turnkey technology.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I
You
mean,
can
with the
still
press of a button, you can
Yeah.
integrate everything from Clio in our app into Clio, and I mean, it's like a game changer. When we first started this, it was always my intention not to compete with Clio.
Correct.
They were the big boys on the block, right? I mean, we made some decisions to kind of back away from that and really be kind of like a relationship manager for attorneys. And now, it's come full circle. And because we didn't do that, they're interested in our technology and putting it and merging, and it's been great, man. I mean,
Well, I mean, if you're a client,
and on top of that, they might pay us for it. From what I
Correct.
understand, we could win a tremendous amount of money or get paid for it. So that's nice too.
so if
you know?
Clio, the company itself that provides the software to the lawyers, is saying, "Hey, we're in support of this because you offer something we don't, and
Right.
it's compatible with us.
Right.
We want you on board." We sent out the proposal to them the other day, and I
2
think it
days.
was less than 2 hours. We had a overwhelming response, like yes.
Our only problem is this. Our only problem is nobody knows us yet. I mean, there's
Exactly.
Central Florida knows us a little bit, but nobody knows us yet. And what's happening is, and I said, we were talking sales in there today. I'm thinking, if we can go out on 5 appointments a week or 4 appointments a week, we should be able to close a couple of those. And Jeff said, no, man, I think the closing rate's going to be around 80%, which is pretty exciting. I mean, because once they do find out about us,
Even if it was half of that, it's still phenomenal.
oh God,
Sure. I
You
mean,
know, I
because it provides a
And that number will go up.
absolutely, yeah. Especially when
it's
we're-
definitely
yeah,
going to go up.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
for sure.
it
Absolutely.
provides
The only thing that's going to stop it is they can't pay for it.
right.
And what we're doing now is we're going to come up with financing.
This is my
We're going to
next-
finance
yeah.
it, and look, we want you to have this. We want you to have a relationship with
Yeah.
your clients. We want you to succeed. We're not trying to kill you. We understand you're a small business. We understand the times have been
it's a
little
necessity.
tough.
It's going to become a necessity. It's a necessity right now. It just
Right.
doesn't exist in their
Right.
mindset because
Yeah.
they don't know.
But financially, I don't want to crack them in the head. I'm willing to
Oh,
work
right.
with them. I'm willing to say, hey, look, let's come up with a payment plan. This is how
Sure.
much you can pay us, and then
Yeah.
we'll figure the rest out. Because
Yeah.
I want them to have the product. So,
Rocco and Bruno will be by to collect every Tuesday.
right, every Tuesday, you got to play the vig.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
You got to pay the vig. No.
Well, and it not only assists the attorneys, but it assists the clients, and those are the people who really are on the outside looking in, even
Right.
though it's their case. I mean, I practiced for 31 years. They don't know what's going on. They tell you that's why I hired you. That's why I need you. I don't know the law. You're the
Right.
lawyers. So it's a matter the communication aspect of the legal practice. It's pivotal. It is the entire
right.
case.
Well,
I mean,
ask about the Bar Association. I mean,
Well,
that,
well
there's-
another thing, another facet that this addresses is that we talk about access to justice.
Yes.
Right. In a reasonable manner. Right. We are creating that. We are empowering the user to get in contact with that attorney. Right. On their terms. Right. Not just in the enterprise. Well, in the enterprise situation as well. Right. But ideally, if it's more efficient for the attorney, ideally the price will go down, right? So there's pushback from millennials now saying, I'm not paying $500 an hour. I'll pay you a flat fee, and that's it. We provide – this is helping.
Right.
This is helping.
Right.
It's addressing that issue.
Well, I do remember now what I had said last night when we were talking.
Last night was a long time ago.
The ABA, the ABA basically said that it's the ABA's job, to look out for the well-being of attorneys and clients, and in doing that, they want to make sure that they are, quote, properly equipped to deal with the communication issues.
Right.
And literally everything they discuss, consult answers.
Right. We're going to equip them. I mean, it's just they don't know about us yet. I mean, we are going to equip them with everything they need to have that relationship and have that bond and relationship and management for clients. And we're going to solve that issue, and we're not going to do it with crap. We spent a lot of time building something that's pretty incredible. All of our video is top notch. The way the app functions with the computer and the computer functions with the app and the iPad and everything else, it's all cross-platform, and it just works beautifully. And so this isn't a piece of garbage. This is something that is top notch. And what we're charging to build this, and the time we can do it in,
it's crazy.
It's nuts. So yeah. So we're supplying. There's a need, and we're fixing that need. We're by supplying a product that's like top notch. So
yeah, I mean,
you can either buy a used 1974 Chevy Chevette, or you can get a Mercedes. So it's up to you. I mean,
I was thinking like an AMC Pacer.
I liked AMC.
My brother
Pacer.
had a Pacer.
Listen, I had a friend that took a Pacer to get his windows tinted. It was like $6,000.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, like $6,000.
Like a fishbowl.
Man.
We used to call it a fishbowl.
It was $3,000 and the glass cost $2,000.
Yeah.
It's like 60% of the car.
So yeah, it is. It's a game changer. We've been saying it. Listen, right from the beginning, we knew it was a game changer. And it's weird how the enterprise has kind of come jumped out at us over the subscriptions. It's like.
Well, but the nice thing is, for those who cannot afford to buy their own app, you can subscribe for an incredibly reasonable price, less than it would cost you probably for any particular case, particularly criminal attorneys, with the attorney on call and all of that, which is available at the option of the firms on Enterprise, along with numerous other things. We have an entire sheet of list of features that are Enterprise options.
Yeah,
it's customizable.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yes.
You could read some of those on. Go ahead, read them.
Okay, number one, what we just mentioned, attorney on call, disabling. You can disable that option, or you could let your attorneys remain on the attorney on call.
Right.
For those who are unfamiliar with attorney on call, basically the user downloads the app. When they have a legal issue, they simply put in their information and a zip code, and they're immediately shown all the attorneys in their immediate area. So it goes by zip code. So if it's more convenient for you to have an attorney near your place of work and you don't work near where you live, you can use the work zip code, and you'll find attorneys in that immediate area. Yeah. So
if you need an attorney,
it's amazing.
You can easily get an attorney with Consult. You download the app, you press a couple things, it takes you 2 minutes to fill it out.
View with great graphics.
And you just press a button, you talk to an attorney live, face to face. So that on-call is great.
And especially for a newer, smaller attorney, that you can actually compete with larger attorneys.
Oh yeah,
just by where you are geographically.
Right.
You don't have to pay extra to get on the first page or the 10th page.
And with the enterprise option, every member of the firm and attorney can access the firm administration features. It has an automatic remember username and password, Avo integration. multiple locations on the map view. So if you have multiple offices, you will be found, on the map view. And the map view is really cool. I mean, you have the consult icons or arrows, if you will, that flag where the law offices are, and you can figure out which one's closest to you, which one's most convenient
You can
for
click
you.
the arrow, press a button, boom,
You
automatic.
can click on the
Yep.
on-call list on an attorney and go right to the Avvo site and read their profile with all of their, their own recommendations from past clients and things like that. Push notifications, but the push notifications in and of itself is worth the money.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can contact every, not only client, but every user who's subscribed or on the app, and the clients and users get it for free.
Right.
You can download. So when you send out a push notification, it goes to everybody at once, and you take care of it's the time savings incredible.
Well, the open rate, I think that's what's most important. The open rate for an email is 4%. The open rate on a push notification is like
94,
90.
Yeah.
96.
So it's crazy. So when they see that, they open it and they look at it.
And there's analytics available for you.
Yeah, and analytics. Yep. All
which,
kinds of stuff.
everything's moving to the analytics.
How about that? How about that HD video though?
Well,
the
that's
video.
another thing is,
Yeah. It's the best.
I think the thing that surprises me most is, remember when we were in development, we talked about, well, how long would you wait to get in contact with somebody? If it said 5 minutes, would you wait 5 minutes?
Right.
What does it take, like 10 seconds,
Yeah.
15
quick.
seconds?
It depends on if it's Chris.
Well,
Yeah,
but
you don't
excluding Chris.
I'm a walking virus.
Oh man.
Chris 20.
I don't. Yeah. Oh my god.
And on that note, attorneys get a detailed view of all users registered on the app, regardless of whether or not they create a case. So,
Catch a case?
catch a case.
Catch a case.
Consult does not currently require users to upload profile pictures. Enterprise versions can, so that you know who you're talking to.
Right.
That's
a lot
an important
a lot of
feature.
tricks that we can do, customization stuff that we can do with the enterprise based on what the firm wants, and there's a list of them. We the one is a phone. The app that we're developing now for a large firm, who we won't say, but it's not Morgan & Morgan. We are putting a phone in there. They want an in-app phone to be able to use a phone.
Well,
So-
and the difference, just for people who are trying to envision this, is that with the in-app phone, all of your calls are secure.
Right.
If you switch out of the app to your regular phone, that's it, the physical phone that's in your hand, it's not secure.
Right.
Well, and then they're going to have your number,
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
which is huge.
Right.
It is huge.
And you'll attest to, like, just even having the photo, and we discussed this when we were working on some of the things we were doing yesterday. It'll be sometimes 3 or 4 months.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You don't see a client. If you're working on their case, you see their photo. When they walk in, you will have that, like, familiarity with them. Like,
Right.
Well, and that goes back to the communication issue, because after that, most often when people want to sign up an attorney, they need an attorney, and they need them now.
Right.
Okay,
They
so
don't wanna wait.
a lot of them can't wait. They'll call you, the night before a hearing and go, "Oh, geez, I thought this was next week. I don't have a lawyer, and the judge told me, you need a lawyer next time you come in here." Well, you can now actually call the lawyer on the app, video consultation, contact them. They answer with the on-call service, and you do your consultation right there. You can conduct what we were calling the one-call close, where you contact them, you talk to them. That's another outrageous percent. I think it's 87% of legal consumers will sign with the first attorney that they have face-to-face contact with.
Correct.
And those are...
So good luck, attorneys, if you want to keep
Right.
answering the phone and setting appointments, because guess what happens when, and we know this for a fact because we've done our due diligence. So you have a millennial on the phone, caught a DUI. They need to talk to an attorney now. They're scared to death. They don't know what's going on. So this is what happens, attorneys.
and time for them is ticking
This is
away.
what
on their
happens.
case.
I'm going to tell you exactly what happens, because a lot of these attorneys are old school and they don't believe this is happening. So what's going to happen is, and you wonder why these clients don't show up in your office. What's going to happen is the client is going to call you, and your secretary is going to answer. They're going to schedule an appointment 2 days, 3 days out, even if it's the next day. And then the phone's going to get hung up. And can you guess what the young client is doing? He's picking up the phone again and calling another attorney that can help him now, not 2 days, 3 days from now. A lot of these attorneys are just like absolutely lost, man. They just don't get it. And you're losing clients because of it. I'm just telling you that right now. If you don't adjust to today's society, Mark Cuban said it best, it is an on-demand society. If you can't adjust to that, you're lost. And you might as well just, go lock your door, call the electric company, just have the electricity turned off, and save yourself a whole bunch of money, because you will be out of business.
Well,
I'm
it's
just
an
saying.
on-demand society, and we're in a pandemic.
Right, which makes it amplifies
Talk
it by
about
10
a perfect
times.
storm,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Of
So
and we're not saying it like like as extortion or anything like that. I mean, it's
where did that word come from?
well,
Those are his
like,
words.
oh, hey, you need to, but it's the truth. In this environment, firms they're buckling because they can't get a hold, they can't meet with clients, they can't share documents.
Yeah.
They're mailing things, and then it takes days for them to get it, and then once they get it, you have to trust that your client's actually reading it and understands it.
I'm just tell attorneys the facts. The facts are, if you
Yes.
don't get hip with the times and you don't start sticking and moving with today's technology, you're going to be out of business. It is what it is, and that's what's going to happen.
It's
just like anything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Walmart would still be in business right now if they didn't have free shipping and if they didn't have a website where you could order stuff? How about, do you think Amazon would have just shut them down within a year or 2 years?
Well, when we had pagers, right? The beepers.
Right.
The difference between a beeper or a pager and answering your cell phone.
Right.
It's that much of a difference.
Right.
And these are factual statistics that come from bar associations who do the surveys. We're
Right.
not like, fabricating them. It
Do you
is
think
what
there's
it
some
is.
attorneys that still have pagers? That would be awesome.
I wonder if you can even find a
Beep, beep,
pager
beep, beep.
anymore.
I don't. Yeah,
I wonder
the
if you can. Yeah.
Vibrate mode.
Yeah. Do you remember the big ones? They were
143?
like the big ones. You could have a message in there.
143.
Yeah, 143.
Yeah,
I love you.
Yeah. That's awesome. I want a pager. I swear to God, 3 or 4 years ago, I saw a doctor with one. Maybe doctors still have them.
Oh,
they do. In
isn't
some
there something
form.
for expecting fathers? Don't they have some sort of alert thing?
Yeah, it's square like this, and you're at the bar, and it lights up and vibrates when your table's ready. Yeah, that's where I am with oh, man.
Yeah,
I got to get a drink.
closes down the table. So we were going to talk about some other enterprise features.
Okay. Hit it.
All right. Fully synchronized cross-platform suite.
So, what's amazing about the cross-platform, because you and I have been working on some stuff,
What
is
we were doing yesterday.
how ridiculously fast
It's insane.
we were messing around with the documents and making sure everything's working properly and all that. And he goes to delete a document, and I got my phone. I'm on my app, and I'm in the document center.
I
And
deleted
as soon
it
as
on my
he hits
computer.
the button, mine disappears. It's like
Simultaneous.
Did
Just
they
like-
fix that whole
ish. I know it was on.
No,
it's
in a
on
good
the list.
sense, in that the cross-platform between the phone and the
It works
the
like
desktop,
real time?
real
It's
time.
when you say real time, it is real time.
Yeah, like as soon as I click the mouse, it deletes from his phone.
and
That's
like
awesome.
when you talk about a message being delivered, like he hits send and my phone's going ding, and it is that fast. And we were laughing, going, "This is going to a satellite.
Yeah,
It's coming down. It's going into space, coming down, and it's hitting your phone, and it takes like not even a
a
second.
nanosecond.
Real time.
Yeah, real time.
It is that, and when we say it's
good
real
stuff.
time and it's cross-platform, we're not kidding. It is like that fast.
Yeah,
Good
it's
times.
really amazing.
If you if you have an impatient client, this
Which
is
most clients are.
Yeah, well,
I mean, let's be honest. They're scared. Clients are scared. They don't know what's going on, man.
Well, their case
Unless
is their
you-
life.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like, used to it, or the system.
If this
you know
is your
it
fourth
works, but-
divorce,
Yeah.
you might be a little more patient.
Yeah.
Although maybe less patient, going, man, I really need this to be over with.
Yeah. Please, just give her whatever.
Because my
I don't have 2
fiance is
years.
getting
Yeah.
my fiance is getting pissed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's get this over with, my
Yeah.
fiance.
My fiance's getting my baby mama's
Listen,
getting pissed.
I'm patient, but my fiance, she's not patient.
Right. A lot of features.
It's just customizable. It's
Yeah.
what you need. It's perfect for the times. It's where the industry is going.
Yeah.
You look at it from a consumer perspective, but also you providing a service as an attorney, right? As that vendor, you're providing. It's like having a credit card machine, right? Like, how important is that to doing business?
Oh,
now?
it's-
like,
Right.
whereas before, remember the old paper, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
but
file your cards,
Right.
and now like this is that. We're changing the legal industry by that much, and it's crazy.
It's huge.
We just got to get out there. We got to get out and let them know we're here.
Huge.
Huge.
People that we do,
It's-
the attorneys that we have talked to, and the bigger firms that we have talked to have been. I mean, we've had them call us, out of the blue. So they see the technology. The big ones see it. The smaller firms are starting to come around, I think.
Sure.
But the big ones, the big firms know that if they, especially personal injury attorneys, if I can get somebody to download an app, have a face-to-face consultation with them, and literally get them just to sign the paperwork and become a client immediately without having to send somebody over there, without having them to come in my office, and it can just be a bada bing, bada boom kind of thing. The attorneys see it, man. They're about time. Time is money, and the sooner they can get that done, the better. And
it also helps their clients.
One
out.
case will pay
Staying-
for the app.
oh yeah, one case will pay for that.
Right.
Yeah.
And from the client perspective, they have the ability to constantly communicate with their lawyer. When you hand them paperwork and they take off, between chasing phone calls and trying to get in contact with somebody, it'll drive you nuts. And for attorneys, they can get in touch with their clients immediately to discuss whatever they need to discuss with
Right.
them.
Right.
I mean, it's instantaneous. It's on your phone wherever you go. It's with you all the time. How many people don't walk around with their cell phone?
Well, nobody. I don't
Nobody.
know anybody that
You.
doesn't walk. Well, yeah. yeah.
I
Okay,
know one.
you got him. You got him.
Let's talk about transparency for the.
Do you have your phone with you now?
He forgot it on him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the transparency and how important that is for a client and an attorney. To
Oh,
have,
it is.
right?
I mean,
Like,
look.
you put a note in there. You
Time is
put
money,
a
man.
date,
Put a
you
note in, share it,
and you don't have to necessarily talk to them.
No,
That's the thing
no.
is you can actually have communication
Right.
without having communication.
Right.
You could make a note in a file. You could change the date on something. You can update something to the file. You'll be alerted. You'll know. And you'll be inside that loop.
Right. So the client has basically works hand in hand with the lawyer throughout
Right.
the entire case.
That's right.
And they have access to everything that they need to have access to. The attorneys can take private or shared notes, shareable notes. So, they have to, there's certain things that, you need to keep confidential. Everything on the app is confidential, including.
It's all secure. Our security measures are absolutely incredible. I mean, everything on the app is secure. Everything in the cross-platform is secure. It is perfect. From the response that we're getting from these large PI firms that can stroke a check to have their own app done, that makes you feel good because we've done something right. They see it and they want it. So that's great, and we're very excited about it. And I plan on selling 20 of these a month. It just is what it is. I'm going to sell all over the country. I'm going to do what I have to do to get this app and this technology into as many attorneys' hands as possible. During that time, we're going to flip to the medical version of Consult, and we're going to help doctors out and practices out and give them the same technology where they'll have complete control over their own app instead of having to use something else, which is really, really important. Everything from medical records, everything from sharing photos, x-rays, everything from being able to do whatever you want to do. Payments, whatever the doctor wants to do, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, it's an exciting time for us, even though it's COVID bound, and we're just now starting to get with sales. But the response we've had from the enterprise version alone, dude, that hit us like a rock. I mean, you have to sit back and try to monetize the app, and
The time saving is just enormous.
yeah.
You could sit there with a stack of files at your desk if you're on your desktop and go through an entire series of cases with 20 clients by noon, by
Right.
lunch,
Right.
without leaving your desk or your coffee
Right.
maker.
Right.
And the clients don't have to truck across town to see you from wherever they happen to be. Or like
Right.
I said, something, you run into an accident where you're driving over,
Right.
or
I know a good
Yeah.
personal injury attorney.
you
or if they forget a document, right?
Oh,
they
just
don't have
anything,
to. They
yeah.
don't have to drive.
I mean-
half an hour each way, where they can just scan it and get
Yeah.
it to you, like
Yeah.
in real time.
Right.
So you don't have to wait for it.
people are always on the go.
It's just the way of time. Even during COVID, people are on the go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no, So good. Let's get out of here, man. We did an hour. I think we're gonna talk about it more. I guess we need to kind of be on a schedule. Obviously, I'm a little
We are.
busy. We're busy doing stuff, and it's hard to do this, but we need to do this more. I guess it makes sense to do it, right? Especially when we're trying to reach out to as many attorneys as possible. So it's good to do it. We need to come up with a schedule, and we don't have one. So we'll see you when we see you, and it might be Thursday, Friday,
Friday, 6:00.
Friday 6:00. Man, that's really a
Right.
kink in my schedule.
You wanna
Friday,
do
7?
7?
How about
Do it
3?
3.
Listen, if you'd rather.
I mean, I could rather do an afternoon show, to be honest with you. I mean, that
I
way,
have no
it frees up my
qualms with
evening time.
doing a afternoon show.
Yeah. So,
So with that being said, we'll see you when we see you.
yeah, we'll see you. No, we'll see you Friday. Let's just do it Friday
All right,
at 3
let's do it
o'clock. We'll talk
Friday
a
at
little
3.
more about the enterprise version of Consult,
Yeah, we can
and really
go through
get to the
features.
nitty and gritty, and try to reach out to as many attorneys as possible. And if you are an attorney, and you want to talk to us about the enterprise app, and you have a fairly large practice, and you think it could be beneficial for you and your firm, 407-457-7809. I'm Dave. I'm I'm a lot of things here. So, but yeah, just reach out to me. I'd love to at least have a chat with you. At least give me 5 minutes, and I'll kind of explain it. And we have a website, consultlivenow.com. If you go consultlivenow.com/enterprise, it gives you some more information on the enterprise app, which is really, really cool. Kind of lets you know how much it would cost if you went on your own to do it. It kind of gives you all the features and everything that we provide for what we're doing. So, once they see that page, they get it. It's just we got to get to the
Yeah.
attorneys to show them the page, and sometimes attorneys are a little difficult to get a hold of. So
Sure,
it-
which is the whole point. In
Right,
the app,
right.
Because
Right.
meeting with clients have
We're
the same
throwing you a
concern.
rope,
and especially
Listen
the big
to
ones.
us.
Look, we've had some big ones. I mean,
Oh,
reach
yeah.
out to us. I mean, like huge
Yeah.
partners and huge firms say,
Yeah.
hey, please come
Yeah,
because
the
I'm
founders of
setting up
massive firms.
I'm setting up an appointment with you and the partners, and we want you to talk to us. So that feels good. That feels pretty damn good. So we will see you Friday, 3 o'clock. We'll have it scheduled. I'll post it up on Facebook or post it up, and that way everybody knows. But we're going to get right back into the enterprise version again. Maybe talk about a few other things. Maybe do a little bit longer show on Friday. But and we will see you then. So, when's your show? The next one?
Monday.
What matters most?
Monday.
Monday? Is
Yeah.
that the name of it? What
For-
matters most?
Who really
What
cares?
really matters.
Who really cares?
Nobody
If any,
gives a-
just in case somebody's
this is
listening.
Nobody Gives a Shit with Chris Fry.
Game on.
Love it. I love it. Can I come on that one? Can I
No.
come on that show?
No.
Why not?
Because
Come on, let me come on, man. Just
You're
let me-
invited.
I'll call in. How's that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we want to start a call-in show.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah, you need to call. Yeah,
Just
no-
you have to do different voices.
Yeah. All right, there's Fauci.
stand up when you're talking to us.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I'm a doctor. Hey, listen here.
I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fauci.
I live by the house with the.
If you're gonna
Yeah.
be
With
the
Fauci,
red
you just
shoes
gotta you
underneath.
gotta roll your eyes.
Dude, that guy is so annoying. I want to punch him right in his face. All right, who did we say we wanted to punch in the face, but make sure that they were better first?
Oh man.
Alec Trebek, right? Yeah. So I don't like Alec Trebek, but I'm glad.
Alec, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Man, we're glad you're doing well. Whack!
But I'm
Welcome
glad he's
back.
doing better. He's beating his cancer. He's beating pancreatic cancer, which is one of the
5%.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
usually it's 60 days because you're in like the final stages
Right.
of it by the time they can
yeah.
detect it.
So he's
Yeah.
getting better
That's
and better and better,
amazing.
and he's beating it, and I'm extremely happy about that because if he beats it, then I'll have an opportunity to slap the shit out of him. Because I can't stand the guy. But I'm really happy that he's beating
No,
cancer,
he's,
for real.
He's doing good.
Yeah, and that's so hard to do, man. Pancreatic cancer is like the worst.
95%
brutal.
mortality rate.
Good for him, dude. That's
It's nice to see a
that's
good
impressive.
story. It is nice
It
to
is,
see a
man.
good-
Well,
yeah.
I thought he was dead a few months ago because everybody was saying he's doing really bad. He's doing
Yeah.
really bad. And then a story came out a couple days ago that he's literally beating this, which is it's
the fact
encouraging,
that he's
isn't
still
it?
Yes,
alive
it
is,
is.
amazing.
I mean, it gives a lot of people hope.
Yeah,
a
sure.
lot of people that have that cancer hope.
Absolutely.
So that's a good thing. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody. We will see you maybe
Friday, 3
Friday
o'clock.
at 3 o'clock. So tune
We'll
in.
see you Friday, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll definitely maybe see you
Adios.
Friday.
Yeah, maybe.